Welcome everybody to Matt versus number 28.
Weigh-in time. Alright, 163.2, cool.
Hey guys, what's happening? It's Matt Flux for all Ogus. In the last episode of Matt versus, I walked you through a sample arm workout of mine. I gave you some tips, some tricks, and I critiqued form. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys a sample leg workout and do the exact same. If you're looking at me and wondering why the hell I'm staring at myself in a mirror, well, that's because I had some competitions coming up and I could use all the practice, all the posing practice that I can get. So that's why I constantly was posing, looking at myself in the mirror. Alright guys, looking back at this footage, I believe it was a strength week, a lower rep week. So my sets of squats were for like 5-6 reps each. But at the end of the video, you'll see me do a heavier squat with for like 9 reps and 8 reps. And I think that was just because I was trying to see how many double bodyweight squats that I could do. Anyways, guys, well, as always, before squatting anything, before lifting, significant weights, of course, warm up. I have plenty of videos that show warming up, lower body, upper body mobility, etc. The medicine ball and all that good stuff, dynamic stretching. Of course, I always recommend doing that sort of stuff, and all you gotta do is browse through my videos to find that. So it looks like I just jumped to this weight, but actually I did 135 as you saw. I did 185, 225, 275, 315, all for sets of like 3 to 5 or something, and then I ended up doing this set. So let me look at the form as I do this. One thing I would have done is, well, what I do now is I actually lean forward more in the beginning of the rep before I drop my hips or before I lower myself. I actually lean forward a little bit more. I think I keep my upper back a little bit tighter now, and I actually squat with the bar lower now as well. That's just looking at the differences of then until now. You can see I'm doing parallel or below parallel, depending on how you look at it. I guess it's at least parallel. But how much weight do I have on that bar? I got a 315 plus 10 plus 5, so I had about double body weight. Alright guys, making a quick cut into this video. Something else I do differently now between then, just one of the many things. Actually, I really focus to breathe into my stomach now when I'm wearing a belt. Okay, I think you might want to breathe into your stomach more. Now, if you think about it, when you breathe into your chest, and especially when you're wearing a belt, when you breathe into your chest, what happens? Okay, first of all, your back posture, it changes. Okay, what else? Your abs, your stomach, it untightens. It's less tight. Okay, imagine the belt's on you. Now all of a sudden the belt is not very tight on your body because you breathed in your chest. All right, now imagine breathing in your stomach. Just like that. Okay, when you breathe in your stomach, you're applying more pressure onto that belt. You're kind of making yourself tighter in that way. Now you can imagine this in many different exercises. You're making yourself tighter on that exercise, and also you're not messing up your posture whether you're doing a squat or a dead or a bench or whatever. So try breathing in your stomach instead of your chest, guys. On the bar at that time, did a set of 9, and here I'm doing a set of 8. Some tips for the squat. I see a lot of people squat and they let their knees come inward, and that's definitely a no-no in my opinion. One thing when you're squatting, and to the pros out there, to the guys with degrees or whatever, you can correct me if I'm wrong or throwing your input, but I think you should really point your knees to the direction of your toes. And I don't mean like if you have a toe that's complete, that doesn't mean point your toes completely outward and your knees completely outward. You don't want to point your toes completely forward, but a little bit outward, and heck, maybe even up to 45 degrees outward. Any more, that seems like a little too much. As far as width, it's up to you. The wider you go, it kind of makes it less distance to travel when you squat. And for powerlifting, that might be your thing. Who knows? But I did about shoulder or just slightly Actually, yeah, right about shoulder width. That seems just fine for me. Here you see me do front squats. Same exact thing with the knees pointing to the toes. I keep it all aligned. That way, there's that way I don't get hurt basically. Here I'm doing some leg press. It's funny. I always see people like using their arms and going down like 3 inches on a leg press. And I mean, you could leg press however the hell you want to leg press, but it's kind of hard to quantify your strength level if you're adding, you know, unnecessary just factors to an exercise. Like if you're using your arms, you're adding something new to it. If you're only going down 1/5 of the way, how can you quantify your strength? So that's why I always do full reps, so I can at least you know, have some sort of record of how strong I am or what kind of volume I completed. Just anyways, I mean, self-explanatory, guys. Anyways, finish up the video with some posing in the mirror, like always. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.
Hey, quit being a little bitch!
Ogus cake!